Another amazing chess game of great Michal Tal. His nickname was the Magic Man from the Riga, and today I am going to show you a game between with white pieces playing Michal Tal and with black pieces a legendary Czech chess grandmaster Vlastimil Jansa. I know Vlastimil by myself, and let me tell you that Vlastimil is a chess gentleman. He is a Czech chess legend, and it's amazing to listen him, and it's amazing to listen his stories. How he met Michal Tal, how he met chess legends, and that's something amazing, and I'm happy to show you this game. When I spoke about this game with Vlastimil Jansa, he told me, yes, Michal Tal was a chess genius, and I was so close to make a draw with him. But I played a blunder and I lost. But say well done to Michal, because it was my pleasure to play with him. Now it's my pleasure to show you this game. I hope that you are going to enjoy watching this game till end, and I hope that you are going to remember Michal Tal as one of the greatest chess attackers of all times. My name is Petr Koutný, and let's welcome. So double edge and sharp keres attack, and the main variation with move h4. This game was played on in 1983, and till now this is the most dangerous variation against black's setup. So bishop e7, knight c6, and immediately Michal Tal is going to play move g5. He is going to open position, and he believes that in such unclear and double-edged position he has chance to outplay Vlastimil. So f4 and knight f8 with a plan to go knight g6 and knight f3. Maybe bishop e3, it's not bad at all, but I believe that here this position is double-edged and open, and everything is possible and nothing is impossible. But that's another story, because our story follows after knight f3. Michal Tal believes that he has a space advantage, and of course every time when you have space advantage, it's not good to go for another exchange. And now Tal saved this knight for the future. So queen d3, a3, b3, and knight g6 happened. Bishop d2 and knight e2. Looks like both players are not hurried to go for castle. Of course, black lost this right to castle anywhere, and black's king has to sit in the middle of the board, and that's something what Michal Tal is enjoying. Just attack and counter-attack. And maybe now e5 is a good move. Of course, black has to go for counter-attack, and maybe d5 or e5, and the question is when. It's sometimes like a question to be or not to be. Now is a question when black is going for counter-attack and where. So maybe e5. It's my first variation where I try to tell you that here black's got interesting chance to sacrifice pawn. Say this variation and knight e5, and for example here is a bet to take the second pawn because of this check, and bishop on e5 is hanging. But you know what is important to understand here, that black has to be active. You know, it's a danger to sit and wait what's happened if your opponent is Michal Tal. That's a terrible bet. So e5 or d5, and Vlastimil played queen c7, bishop g2, and now he played move d5. So now that's everything about just to be or not to be. If this move is fine, everything is fine. If not, let's see what's happened. So exchange on d5 and queen d5. So Vlastimil sacrificed a pawn, and now this position is unclear and double edge. It's a big question who is attacker and who is defender, and who is playing for full point and victory. Let's watch this position and maybe let's think for a while what's going on. Both kings are in the middle of the board, so both kings are weak kings. Now is the question, who is going to strike as a first? So bishop g4, okay, queen e4 and exchange on f3, and black now immediately save his king on f8. Bishop h5, rook e8, that's a dangerous pin, second pin, and of course this rook is looking to king on e1. And now just imagine that you are playing this position against Michal Tal, and you never known where Michal Tal is going for attack, sacrifices and unclear position. So it has to be terribly difficult to count all variations, to count all threats, but at the other side it has to be amazing fun and joy to play against Michal Tal. So Michal Tal exchange on g6 and won another pawn. Queen d7, bishop c3 and bishop c5. Queen h5, and now it's important time of this game. Which piece is going to d4? If bishop, I believe that black is fine, and maybe this position is absolutely okay for black. If knight d4, believe me, black is lost. Of course, looks interesting just to go for this pin and attack this knight on e2, because you know this knight is hanging anyway. But bishop d4 used to be stronger. Why? Let's watch this variation. Okay, exchange. Now that's a threat. That's a threat and that's a threat. So let's ask Michael how he is going to defend. I believe long castle, knight b3 is the best. Knight e2, I believe that black's is not doing well because he's at least 2 pawns down. So knight b3 makes sense. Now rook c8, that's a danger, and queen d1. Check, check, and here maybe draw. It's a difficult position where black is playing queen and game with pawn down, but say that there are chances to go for draw. Okay, that's not the best position ever for black, but at least chance. But knight d4, it's without any chance, because now Michal Tal sacrifices his piece. Long castle. Okay, rook e2, bishop d4, and of course just bishop d4 is queen e2 and no chance. So now rook c2, but it's not enough, and here Vlastimil Jansa resigned. Nice and double-edged game where both players played for attack and counter-attack, and both players did a good job. I believe that it was a nice time to remember Michal Tal as one of the greatest chess attackers of all times, and it was my pleasure to speak about Vlastimil Jansa, as up to me is one of the biggest Czech chess legends. So if you enjoyed this video, please feel free and press like or press follow and made my day, and let's play chess, because chess is a beautiful and wonderful game. See you next time. Thank you and bye bye.